Okay, so this reading is going to be about what spirit is wanting you to know right now. Um, I feel like this first deck is going to kind of go off into what spirit is wanting you to know right now. The other decks that I use are solely going to be um, messages from your person, your divine counterpart, what they want you to know. And also, this could be what they want to say to you, but they haven't had the courage to say. So, the first card that came out, well, the first two cards that came out, is the Queen of Coins and the Nine of Swords. Now, if this is you, this Queen of Coins, you're definitely someone who is mature, grounded. This is independence and stability as well. But I feel like with the Nine of Swords, you've been carrying a lot on your own lately. This is like trying to stay strong for everyone else, even when your mind has been heavy or you've just been dealing with a lot mentally. Spirit sees this and wants you to know that it's time to pour that same love and care you give to others back into you. Now, the next two cards that came out is the Six of Wands and the Strength card. I feel like you've came out of something victorious. After everything you've had to face, you're being guided to recognize your own power. Because you didn't lose anything. You grew. And Spirit is proud of how far you've come. And how gracefully you've handled pain and all of the obstacles you've had to face. Yeah. Now, the next cards that came out is the King of Coins and the Knight of Swords. This is your counterpart energy. It's like whoever your counterpart is, they're in your energy heavy right now. And they're learning how to match your energy. They're moving from being impulsive or acting without thinking to being more grounded and mature. Mentally. Yeah. So I feel like whoever you are with the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Coins, this is your transition. You are coming out of an energy of feeling like you have to carry everything on your own. And you weren't focused on yourself enough. But now, with the Queen of Coins being here, you've transitioned. It's like you're more mature mentally. Spirit guided you out of whatever situation or whatever chapter you've closed in life so that you could focus more on yourself, get more grounded mentally. And now that you've came out and closed that chapter, that move was victorious. You're stronger than ever with the Strength card being here. It was a successful move with the Six of Wands. It wasn't something that was like a loss to you, whatever you were guided out of. It was your elevation so that you could evolve. Yeah. And I feel like Spirit has guided both of you and your counterpart to operate from maturity and not fear. Because this impulsive thinking with the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Swords, it could have been out of fear. And it would keep you in a like an immature mindset, not being able to think clearly. Whatever your inner voice was trying to guide you to do, you feared it instead of, stepping into it or allowing your intuition to guide you. It's like that has all changed. Now, the next two cards that came out after the Knight of Swords is the Four of Swords and the Page of Cups. Right now, Spirit wants you to know rest is your medicine. You don't have to go after or chase after what's meant for you. You're attracting it. And when the time is right, everything will come into alignment for you. Now, with the Page of Cups being here, this could be some type of communication or like a loving gesture that is coming your way from your counterpart. It could also be an apology with the Page of Cups. Take it where it resonates. The overall energy on the bottom of the deck is the Hangman. If you feel like something just stopped or paused, or this could be the separation between you and your counterpart, that needed to happen because Spirit has been helping you both see things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective. And this separation was never punishment. It's been preparation the entire time. So I feel like the overall message that Spirit wants you to know from this deck is that you and your person have been evolving together even while you and them have been in separation. It needed to happen so both people could come into alignment. And this is on a mental level, energetic level, spiritual level, before you and them could physically come into alignment. Now I'm going to move on to the next deck to see what messages your person wants you to know right now. I'll be right back. Okay, so this deck is going to kind of reveal what your person is hiding. This could be their hidden feelings. This could be their hidden thoughts as well. The first card that came out, this card says, I'm stalking you at your house. This is like your person keeping close tabs on you. They're keeping a close eye on you with this card being here. This is not necessarily in a physical sense. It could be. But this could be energetically as well. So you have to take it where it resonates. They still check up on you often. And they're wondering how you've been during the time that you and them have been in separation. And also, who's around you? Who are you interacting with? You're still your person's main focus, or you're still their focus. Even if there's been no contact, no communication between you and your person, even if they try to hide how they feel about you. Yeah. Now, the next card that came out, it says, my biggest mistake was lying to you about how I really feel. Your counterpart carries deep regret because they hid their emotions. They pretended like they didn't care. And they felt like that was the only way that they could stay in control somehow of their emotions. But they also feel like at this moment now that they're regretting the actions they took in the past, they feel like silence and avoidance hurt way more than just being honest. Okay, so the next card that came out, this card says, I've learned my karmic lessons. It's like whatever karmic lessons your person needed to learn, they've learned them. They've gone through some type of humbling experiences that forced them to look in the mirror. And they now understand why certain things had to happen. And that the truth and emotional maturity are non-negotiable when it comes to real love. Yeah, you are too good for me. This could be how they felt, and that's one of the reasons why they hid how they feel about you. They felt like you were too good for them. This is like insecurity. It's like they saw something. They saw your growth. They saw your light and how you carried yourself. And part of them felt unworthy. Even though they admired you, but that admiration, it turned into fear that they couldn't measure up to you. They wouldn't be able to meet you halfway. And it was definitely because they still needed to work on their self. They still needed to heal. There could have been a cycle that they were in that they still needed to close. And they were just unaware of at that time. Now, the next card that came out, this card says, I'm questioning if you still love me after I hurt you. This card definitely speaks of something that took place in the past between you and your person. And it left them feeling uncertain about how you feel about them after they did whatever they did. It's like they were wondering if your heart has closed off to them. They could have felt like they weren't able to read you. And it left them confused about where you and them stand. Their mind could also have often replayed the moments they felt like they let you down. Or this could just be them like being closed off emotionally. Not knowing how to express themselves emotionally or open up emotionally. Yeah. The next card that came out, this card says, I want to give you a gift. It's like they want to bridge the distance with something meaningful. This is like a gesture. This could be a message or a small token to show you that they still care about you and they still think about you often. You're still on their mind. Yeah. The next card that came out, this card says, I love your scent. They're drawn to your essence, whoever you are. This could be like a certain encounter you and them shared in the past. This could be a fragrance you wore. That memory of you still lingers. It's like you're unforgettable to them. Yeah. The next card that came out is the twin flame card. They recognize you as their twin flame. This is consciously and subconsciously. And that this connection is divine. It's more than just physical attraction. It's soul recognition. This is that feeling of home in another person. Okay, and the overall energy from this spread, this card says, I have never experienced this type of love. I feel like this is your person saying they try to avoid you. They try to run from the connection. They've tried to move forward. They've also tried to distract themselves, but nothing compares to the connection that they share with you. This love that you and your person share has awakened something in them that they just can't deny or replace. And it's a love that they've never experienced before. Yeah. So I'm going to move on to the last deck. I'll be right back. Okay, so this next deck is the Burning Heart Oracle deck. And this is kind of, I feel like this is more like confessions from your person. But the first card that came out, this card says, I can't go another day without you. It's like they're at their breaking point. They're tired of the separation phase, the silence, the distance. And it's starting to like weigh on them heavy. They're feeling more deeply drawn to you now than ever. Yeah. The next card says, I'm holding on to the memories of us. It's like everything is reminding your person of you. They're constantly replaying memories of you and them. I'm hearing laughter, different moments, even the little details they're remembering. And if this is like different encounters that you two have shared, they're emotionally stuck in those moments because that's where they still feel close to you. Yeah. Now the next card that came out, this card says, I need to work on myself. I've been trying to clear my head. Or I'm trying to clear my head. If they avoided you or ghosted you, they were aware that things needed to change and that they needed to heal and face the truth before coming toward you. During this time, Spirit has helped them or is helping them to gain clarity so that when communication does happen, they're more open and more honest. Yeah. Now the next card that came out, this card says, I want to apologize. I need your forgiveness. This came out, but it popped out in the reverse. And I feel like this is something that they regret not doing in the past. It's like they wanted to apologize to you, but they felt blocked off from you. And this was by guilt, shame, or fear that it was too late. After, whatever actions they took in the past. And they were definitely rehearsing their apology in their mind, but they struggled to find the words to tell you or how to reach out to you. Yeah. The next card says, I'm sorry. I hurt you. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. This is like the realization of losing you hit them harder than they expected. This separation in the absence of your presence is what really woke them up to how much they love you and really care about you. And I feel like the reason why it kind of hit them hard because they weren't woke to the type of connection that you and them really share. It's beyond the physical. So the physical distance is what woke them up to the emotional bond that you and them share, the spiritual bond that you and them share, how you and them are connected on a soul level, who you are to them, on the journey that you and them share. It's like they've went through a major awakening during this time you and them have been apart. Now, the last card, an overall card that's on the bottom of the deck, this card says, I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. So if they ghosted you, it was because they wanted to hide how they feel about you from you. And this could also be other people. So they kind of allowed themselves to be influenced by outsiders. This could be family, this could be friends, different karmic connections that they were in, and they were unaware that these were connections that they needed to close out. This could also be fear-based thinking. That had them in the energy of wanting to avoid you, and they just ghosted you. Now they're seeing the damage caused by going outside of themselves and kind of listening to the wrong voices. Whether it was the voices in their head based off of fear or other people. It could be all the above. I'm hearing all the above. Yeah, it was their own fear-based thinking and other people. And they're now seeing the damage that was caused by going outside of themselves. This is also going back to how spirit is helping you and your person to view things from a whole nother perspective on a mental level. So both people will be more mature mentally before coming into physical union. You won't rely on going outside of yourself for things that you know are good for you or not good for you. So I feel like the overall message from this reading altogether, Spirit wants you to know that both you and your counterpart hearts are healing or needed to heal. Yours through peace and strength, your counterparts through regret and realization. You've stepped into self-worth and self-love, and that energy is what's magnetically pulling truth to the surface, and you and your counterpart into alignment. Yeah, this connection is all about alignment. When both souls have learned their lessons and grown and matured in love and not fear, Spirit will open the door for that physical union in divine timing. Spirit is wanting you to continue to send your counterpart loving and healing energy and speak positivity and happiness over their life, your life. Continue to trust the process and continue to take things one step at a time.